Are you understanding that you are the creator of your own experience? Are you beginning to get it that you are a vibrational being and you live in a vibrational universe, and that you are continually, whether you know it or not, emanating a vibration, and that law of attraction is reading your vibration and matching it, and that what is manifesting in your experience day by day is an exact reflection of your vibrational offering? If you are understanding that, then you have come consciously to your leading edge experience. Because you knew that when you made the decision to come forth into these bodies, you knew that you would be coming into focused awareness, and that in that awareness there would be variety, contrast. And you knew that that contrast would inspire within you individual preferences, and you knew that those preferences would be continually bubbling forth from you. And you were excited about the idea of coming forth into an environment of such contrast, because you understood that as that contrast was born within you, and that as you focused and felt the emotion of it, that shooting out of you like rockets of desire would be preferences that would be universally read by law of attraction, by all that is, by that which is source, by all that is. And so you liked the idea of coming into an environment where the variety would inspire new decisions, new desires, new wishes, new hopes, new dreams, new preferences, because you understood that every time one of those preferences would emanate from you, no matter how big or small it was, you understood that as the preference emanated from you, that it would be answered. You understood that when you ask for something, you don't ask only with your words. In fact, do you know that most humans who are moving about in their contrasting environment, who are emanating preferences, are emanating them vibrationally, not verbally? And do you know, it's really a rare one of you who is saying the same thing with your words that you are saying with your vibration. And that's what is so confusing to so many people who want to believe that they are the creator of their own experience, but who cannot figure out how it is. How could I be the creator of my experience when I'm creating things that I do not want? I would not do that to myself, they complain. And we say, yes, you would, and you are. In fact, no one else can. So what must be happening is you must be offering a vibration, and you must not know what the content of your vibration is. You must be offering a vibrational frequency that is different than the one you are wanting to offer. And so we call this gathering the art of allowing. And what it is really pointing toward is helping you to come into conscious awareness of who you really are. It helps you to understand that you are an extension of source energy. And when you are in any moment allowing a full, complete connection between you and who you really are, then you are doing what we call allowing. You are in the state of allowing. You are in the state of allowing the connection of you and you. So we want you to feel with us as we are moving forward here today. The vibrational relationship between you and what you may be thinking in this moment, and you and who you really are. Because your guidance system is completely hinging upon that. In other words, Jerry and Esther have a navigational system in their vehicles. And once they program the destination that they desire, Magellan then calculates the route between where they are and where they want to be, and then gives them verbal and visual description that helps them know if they are on their path. And so if Jerry and Esther set their destination into their navigational system, and then they don't follow the prescribed route that Magellan has encouraged, Magellan kicks up quite a squawk. She will say, please proceed to the highlighted route. Please proceed to the highlighted route. And if they exit the freeway and change drivers, and the new driver gets on the freeway going the other direction, rarely happens, Magellan will say right away, when possible, make a legal U-turn. Because Magellan has calculated that where they said they want to go and where they're going are not the same thing. Well, you have a guidance system within you that gives you even more accurate information about whether you are on your highlighted route. And this is the emotions that are within you. Your emotions are magnificent vibrational interpreters that help you to know the vibrational relativity between what you're thinking or what you're focused upon right now and who you really are and what you really want. So here's how it works. You move around in your day-to-day experience, and the contrast of your environment helps you to conclude desires. And those desires radiate out of you. We like to call them rockets of desires because they shoot out of you strong and they shoot out of you quickly. So this rocket of desire shoots out of you. But now you've got this habit of thought that you have around this subject. So let's say that the rocket of desire that is shot out of you has come forth because you just went to the mailbox, you collected your mail. Among your mail are many bills. As you open them or put them off to open later, you feel uncomfortable because you know, in our analogy, that there are more bills than there is money in your bank account. And so you right now are not feeling very good. So what's happening is, other experiences like this have caused you to send off many rockets of desires relative to money. In fact, we like to tell you that your future is full of all of the things that you want that are out there being held for you in vibrational escrow. They're there because you have said that you want them, and when you ask, it is always given. But you may or may not be right now a vibrational match to what you're asking for. Now, you understand this vibrational matching when you think about your radio dial. You cannot set your radio dial on 6:30 a.m. and hear what's being broadcast on 98 FM. You know that your tuner receiver has to be on the same frequency as the broadcasting tower. And this is the same sort of thing. This law of attraction is based upon these vibrational frequencies. So you can't have your vibrational frequency set on, I don't have enough money, and be asking for more money and match up. You're not a vibrational match to more money when you are feeling the discomfort of not having enough money. So what the art of allowing is really about is learning little by little to tweak your vibrational frequency until it matches up with your desire. And we call that, or we are beginning to call that, vibrational relativity. In other words, the vibrational relationship between what I'm focused upon right now and what I'm really wanting. Now, anytime you give your attention to anything, no matter how brief it is, as you give your attention to something, whatever it is that you're focused upon activates a vibration within you. Now, that word activation and that word focus, those are important words because that's the basis of all of this creative genius that you're about. As you give your attention to something, whether you're remembering it from the past, whether you're observing it in your now, or whether you are contemplating it or imagining it in the future, whatever you're focused upon causes an activation of a vibration within you. And as soon as that vibration is activated within you, you're going to feel the vibrational relativity between that activated vibration and who you really are and what you really want. So there are 3 steps to the creative process, and we'll be very brief about this because most of it you don't have to even do anything about. The 3 steps are these. First, you must ask. Well, that part's easy. The contrasting experience causes you to emanate, exude, radiate, ooze, constant, eternal, never-ending, always changing, evolving, amended desires. In other words, you can't turn that off. You can try, but you cannot turn that off. It is the established environment. It is the way the universe is established. The contrast is the stuff that puts the eternalness in eternity. So be glad that it's there. So contrasting experience causes you to have desires. It causes you to want or prefer. That's step 1. Don't even have to know about that. Can't help it. Step 2 is not your work. Step 2 is the work of source energy. It's the work of law of attraction. It's the work of the universe. Step 2 says, when you ask, it is given every single time, no exception. It's just the way it is. So then many of our friends say, well, something must be going very wrong in my experience because I know I've been asking and where's my stuff? And we say, if there's a gap between what you're asking for and what you're receiving, it is because step 3 is not understood and being deliberately applied by you. And step 3 says you must be a vibrational match to what you're asking for. So when you're asking for more money, but you're complaining about not having enough money, you're not a vibrational match. And the emotions that you feel let you know that vibrational relativity. So, you are aware of your emotions, yes? Did you know that your emotions were your vibrational sensors? You know, you are vibrational beings living in this vibrational universe, and everything that you perceive is because of your ability to translate vibration. What you see with your eyes is because your eyes decipher vibration and give you sight. What you hear with your ears is because your ears decipher vibration and give you sound. Even your fingertips are deciphering vibration. Your tongue is deciphering vibration. Your smell. You are decipherers of vibration. And the most sophisticated and powerful decipherer within you is the emotional guidance system that you feel mostly in your solar plexus, which tells you the vibrational relativity between what you've got activated right now in terms of what you're focusing upon and who you really are. When you give your attention to something for a little bit, you activate the vibration of whatever it is within you. As you give your attention to it longer or more often, then that activated vibration becomes a more activated vibration. And in time, because of law of attraction's help, that activated vibration becomes what we call a dominant activated vibration. You call it a belief. In other words, a belief's just a thought you keep thinking. A belief's just an activation of something that becomes your point of attraction. So, we want to help you to understand that it is very important that you make a new decision as quickly as you can that says, nothing is more important than that I feel good. Because when you say nothing is more important than that I feel good, what you do is you set yourself up for more active awareness of how you feel, which sets you up for more active awareness of what you're focused upon and what you're doing vibrationally. And that's very important, because what you're doing vibrationally is your point of attraction. In other words, you just can't get around it. What you're thinking and what's coming to you is always a match. What you're thinking and what you're feeling and what's coming to you is always a vibrational match. So, if you become aware that what you're thinking and feeling is what's manifesting in your experience, then you become someone who decides to be a deliberate creator. You decide to think more purposefully. Now, many of our friends, when they begin to learn about deliberate creation, initially they feel very excited about it. The idea of being able to think clearly and have universal response and to create anything that you want. There is truly nothing that you cannot be or do or have. If you decide you want it and you line up with it vibrationally, it must be. It is law. But then sometimes, after people have been playing with this for a little while, they start to get a little worried because they become aware of their own thoughts. And they begin feeling the power of their own thoughts. And then we hear them saying things like, oh, cancel, cancel. They try to suck the thought back before law of attraction gets hold of it and manifests something for them. You have incredible leeway here in this physical environment. In other words, your thoughts do not manifest instantaneously. It takes a while for you to become a vibrational match to a thought and to become vibrationally aligned with that thought long enough that it activates it within you enough that it becomes your literal point of attraction. Don't you know people that no matter who they are now living with, it's the same complaints you hear from them? In other words, they went to a different place and they went to a different face, but they took themselves with them and they offered the same vibration, and so they begin to elicit the same sort of thing from person after person or job after job or place after place. You are the creator of your own experience. And the reason that you are is because you are the offerer of your vibration. When you decide that you're going to pay attention to the way you feel, you're going to choose thoughts based upon how they feel, period. Now that's a big jump for many. Some people will say to us, Abraham, shouldn't I think about this? It's true. It's historically documented. We have monuments and statues about it and documentaries that are offered, and it's in our history books. Shouldn't I think about this thing that is true? And we say, whatever you are giving your attention to, you are activating your vibration. And so it becomes your point of attraction. So we would not use the criteria of whether it's true or not. We would use the criteria of how I feel when I focus upon it as our measurement about what we give our attention to. There are a whole lot of wonderful things that are true that you could focus upon, and there are a whole lot of not so wonderful things that you're not wanting to attract into your experience.